But I do think, like, Kat, to your point, like, I think that's interesting of, like, Natalie Portman just being unable to escape this, like, role or this reputation of, like, the manic pixie dream girl, and, like, that would bring, like, the audience would follow her into this film and view her that same way. I do think that's probably
and it
pretty
seems
true.
like Natalie Portman just sort of inherently has an effect on men similar to, like, the sirens of Greek myth, but she's just not doing it on purpose. The author of that book, Everything is Illuminated, like, left his wife to go be with Natalie Portman, and when he got to Natalie Portman, she was like, I didn't ask you, we're not in a relationship, like, I'm married, like, why did you do this? Or, like,
well, not anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Moby, famously, like, was talking about, like, Natalie Portman and I were flirting for a little while during X and Y period, and it was like, dude, she was like 16.
Wow.
Terrence Stamp, when they were working on The Phantom Menace, was like, I joined this movie for, you know, that hot young minx Natalie Portman, and it was like, again, dude, she's like 16. Like, there's just something about Natalie Portman that, like, makes men wreck their ships upon the rocks through no fault of Natalie Portman.
Well,
but I also think
casting then.
But I think it's also like the, like, Marilyn Monroe effect of, like, Natalie Portman is, like, so intelligent, so she just, like, knows that there's this effect, and then she uses it to her advantage to, like,
she went to Harvard, baby.
Like, she knows what works, and she can finesse it, and so I think she's really well cast for this, because it's like, yeah, she could do it the best. Like, she can bring in that, like, male attention, but she's also being really intelligent with how she does it. So it's not just, like, men objectifying her out of nowhere. It's also, like, she's, like, being a craftsperson in, like, the way that she wields it, I think, is very cool. And I always used to feel very, like, I don't know about her and Anne Hathaway, and now I'm realizing it's probably just because I'm, like, intimidated by, like, this, like, thing that they do.
Yeah. And the film also has, like, within the text of the film, he literally, like, writes a book that's based off of her life.
Yes.
So it's funny, like, this idea of her being, like, a manic pixie dream girl, right? Which is, like, the critique of that caricature, I guess, is that, like, you know, it's a character who serves this, like, device where the male character just, like, steals their ideas, or, like, you know, his life is transformed by just, like, knowing this person or whatever. And within the text of this film is literally, like, he writes a book based on her life, you know?
Yeah. And she's on the fucking, you know, she's the incredible photograph that's then on, like, the postcards in the hotel lobby, you know, like...
It's drawing your attention to
the Julia Roberts character, like, takes a picture of her in an incredibly vulnerable moment, like, crying, this woman that she, like, almost cucked, you know? And then, like, but is like, this picture's too good, she's too enthralling, I gotta use this. Come to the art gala opening. Like, we gotta see your big crying face. People are gonna love it.
Absolutely. So I think, like, casting someone who's this, like, thought of as a manic pixie dream girl character, it's, like, perfect because it works within the text of the film. I do have, this is too long of a conversation to get into now,